The shouting was louder than usual tonight. Downstairs, the storm of words between Jay's parents raged like thunder, each accusation louder than the last, echoing through the thin walls of their tired house. Jay sat curled on her bed, fists clenched, eyes glassy. Her chest rose and fell with every scream, until finally something in her snapped. She bolted from her room, stomping down the stairs, and stood at the bottom like a shadow in the hallway. "You're ruining my life," she screamed at them, voice sharp as shattered glass. The room fell quiet, just for a second, and then she was gone. The night outside wrapped around her like a cold, heavy coat. Streetlights flickered overhead, casting broken halos onto the pavement as she walked. Angry tears blurred her vision, but she didn't stop. That was until something strange caught her eye, something glowing just off the path. It was a ruby. No, it couldn't be. It pulsed faintly, like it was alive, warm and crimson in the moonlight. Compelled, Jay crouched down and reached for it. The moment her fingers brushed its surface, a sharp pain shot through her hand. Ah! Blood welled from a fresh cut on her finger. In reflex, she dropped the gem. The ruby hit the concrete with a haunting chime, and in an instant it shattered, thousands of glittering shards spiraling out before dissolving into fine red dust, which scattered on the wind like ash. She stood there, heart racing, the air strangely still, and then nothing. Jay walked home through the quiet. The house was now dark, her parents silent, asleep in their rooms. For a moment, it felt like the storm had passed. The next morning, sunlight bled through the kitchen window as Jay sat at the breakfast table, arms folded. Her mother broke the silence first. "We're sorry," she said quietly. Her father nodded, eyes heavy with guilt. "We didn't mean to fight like that. We're just under pressure. We might have to move soon." Jay didn't answer. She pushed back her chair. "I'm gonna be late for school," she muttered, and left without finishing her toast. She sat at the back of class, hood up, earphones in, eyes fixed on nothing. The teacher droned on, but Jay was somewhere else entirely. Suddenly, a piece of paper landed near her feet. She muttered under her breath, "If one more thing hits me, I swear I'm gonna lose it." But before she could react, the paper twitched, then turned midair and smacked the teacher right in the face. "Who did that?" the teacher barked. The boy who had thrown it shot up, eyes wide, mouth moving before he could stop it. "Me, miss." His voice trembled, confused and alarmed. He looked like he hadn't meant to speak, like something made him. "Headmaster, now," the teacher snapped. He walked out stiffly as though pulled by invisible strings. At lunch, Jay sighed. "Bet they've run out of burgers and chips," she grumbled, "and I'd kill for a strawberry milkshake." When she reached the counter, her eyes widened. There it was, exactly what she'd asked for, waiting for her like a last-minute wish granted. She took her tray in silence, smiling a little, and slipped into the girls' bathroom, the only place she could eat in peace. "Today's been weird," she muttered, "just waiting for the shitstorm now." Right on cue, the door burst open. "You," Abby said, holding her nose. "Why does it smell like trash in here? Is someone eating food in here?" Jasmine laughed. "Freaks love eating with the toilets." Jay didn't answer. She didn't even flinch. "Are you eating in here again, loser?" Abby sneered, kicking open the stall doors one by one until she reached Jay's. "I knew your ugly ass was in here. Why didn't you answer?" "I didn't hear you," Jay replied flatly. Jasmine scoffed. "Don't play dumb. You can't be deaf and ugly. Pick a struggle." Abby stepped closer. "You know the deal. Lunch money. Now." "I already used my money for my lunch," Jay said, eyes still down. "Well, then bring double tomorrow," Abby snapped. "You could go a day without eating." They laughed, high and cruel. Jay's voice was barely a whisper. Yeah, I wish you'd go a day without breathing. Abby paused. What was that, freak? Then it happened. The air shifted, grew heavy. Suddenly, both girls clutched their throats, gasping, eyes bulging in panic. They collapsed to the floor, clawing at their necks as if choking on invisible hands. Jay shot to her feet. Stop! Okay, stop messing around. I'm sorry, okay? I'll bring the money. Just stop. But they didn't move. Their eyes glazed, their bodies stilled, and Jay ran, shoving open the bathroom window, heart pounding, tears stinging her face as she leapt out and vanished into the midday sun.